And continue through the card, this time we got Daniel Rodriguez versus Alex Morono in a veteran versus veteran fight. This fight to me is another tricky one, man, where I think everyone is putting all their chips on D-Rod, and I just don't agree with that. I feel like D-Rod, his last fight, that was the best D-Rod you're ever going to see ever in his career ever again, I think, because had his back up against the wall. He had to win that fight to get a new contract in his eyes. That was the last fight on his deal, and kind of got a saving grace there because of Kelvin Gastelum's significant weight miss. D-Rod got to sign a new fight contract before that fight even happened, and then went on and put on a banger with Kelvin, took the loss, but now he has a new fight contract. He's 40 years old. I just don't know exactly if he's going to have the same motivation entering this fight that he did the Kelvin fight, where he had it all on the line, and he still took the loss. He still got tired in the fight with Kelvin. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, and now he's inserted as an over 2-1 favorite against a guy in Alex Morono, who is a fighter with over 20 UFC fights and a winning UFC record that's been able to get double-digit upsets as the underdog in the UFC, and I feel like the line should be a lot closer. Morono is coming off that loss to Nico Price where he looked really bad. He gassed out, but that was a different style. I mean, Nico Price was pressuring him, trying to take him down. There was a lot of grappling in the first round where Morono threw a lot of submissions up and got close, but couldn't get the finish, and I think that gassed him. And this fight, D-Rod isn't going to be looking to take him down. I don't think there's going to be as much taxing portions of the fight for Morono. I think he's going to be able to keep the pace a little bit better with it being a pure stand-up battle. With Rodriguez, I mean, ripping the body on Morono is what you're going to want to do, man. Go to that body, try to see if you can wear on that gas tank or just take him out with body shots, because Morono is a little soft to the body. Both these guys actually have that same issue, but Rodriguez is a lot better body puncher. And just in general, Rodriguez has that southpaw boxing, jab, those really nasty combinations. I feel like his hands are super crisp, but he doesn't let a lot of strikes go unless you're in the pocket with him. And when he does go, he'll go in combination. He throws hard. He's throwing numbers. And I do think he has a good chance to get Morono out of there and knock him out, because I think Morono is a little bit suspect in terms of his durability. I think that that's been one of his biggest issues in the UFC, even though he's been doing well in a couple of these fights that he's had, that he's taken losses in. He's just got clipped and knocked out, and Daniel Rodriguez definitely has that ability. But Morono's a tricky stand-up striker. The guy is very awkward with his footwork. He's moving around all the time. He's a hard target to hit, and then he has nice timing on these punches that he throws and lands, and kind of awkward kicking style. He can be high volume. He can kind of sting you with heavier shots than you expect, and he's gotten some knockdowns and things like that. And I feel like on the feet, it's going to be really competitive with Morono edging it until he gets knocked out, if that happens, or until he wins a decision. And I don't think D-Rod is going to look to mix it up. I mean, Morono has bad takedown defense. Maybe D-Rod could take him down. He is the bigger guy too, but Morono has a nasty guard. I think if he does grapple with Rodriguez, he's going to get the submission. So D-Rod, if he wins, I think it's going to be a knockout win, and I do think that's on the table. But if Morono doesn't get knocked out, I think he's going to come in here a little bit more motivated. You know, that was embarrassing to gas out like that versus Nico Price, being a veteran. And if he has any gas left in the tank, this is a fight that I think he can get the win. This is two guys that are towards the end of their careers, obviously, but Morono is significantly younger, and he actually has had the more success in the UFC. I feel like it's a very competitive fight. The line should be closer, and due to that, it's pushing me to Morono. So I'm going to pick Morono. If it was more of a pick'em, maybe I would go with D-Rod, but because of where the line is at, I'm going to say Alex Morono gets the win in this fight via decision.